sorry you guys have to do that. We all make mistakes.
We do.
But this year, we all know it's going to be the Niners year. Praise Jimmy Jesus and all his name. But you guys can see what's going on in the world of FIFA.
Hey guys, it's Spencer here from Spencer FC coming to you from Amsterdam. We've just wrapped on the FIFA 18 Global Series playoffs and we've successfully found the 32 best players in the world, all of which have qualified for the FIFA eWorld Cup Grand Final.
My friend Mike LaBelle, who's on the second most comfortable seat.
No.
Well, it's been an unbelievable season of competitive FIFA this year, and it's been a truly global competition as well, with more than 20 million players taking part from over 60 different countries.
And Vieira's going to lead him, and he's actually using the lob cross. Like I said, it gives you a little more time.
We've had some of the established pros continuing to mark their dominance, but we've also had some new faces arrive, and they've left a mark too.
To be the best, you've got to beat the best.
ESWC, but all roads led to Amsterdam, where we've just wrapped on the FIFA 18 Global Series playoff.
And there we go, congratulations to Nicholas.
So now we know the 32 players who will compete for the trophy, the massive cash prize, and the title of the world's best FIFA player. It all kicks off on August 2nd to August 4th in London. You can catch all the action across EA Sports FIFA channels. So we'll see you at the grand final for the conclusion of this dramatic season of competitive FIFA. The trophy,
He's like, oh, man, I get amped when I get to talk about FIFA. As you can see, 20 million players from 60 countries came together in tournaments all around the world for one reason, to become the best FIFA player in the world. And it's all going down this August in London at the eWorld Cup. Oh my God, I wish I was there. I wish I could be one of the 32 guys who, traveling around the world, gotta be an awesome feeling. But to become the best FIFA player, it's the most popular sports game in the world. And now you could be the best player in the world. That opportunity could be yours if the price is right. No, I'm just kidding. If you're really good at FIFA, because 32 players from around the world, again, coming together in London for that eWorld Cup to be the best player in the world, to be crowned best player in the world. Unfortunately, it's not going to be me, but I do know the best host in the world happens to be Andrea Renee. So let's find out what she's doing. Andrea.
Oh, thanks so much, Jose. That's very kind of you. And you may have a shot at FIFA someday. You just got to practice a little bit more, buddy. But right now, I am standing inside the Access Lounge here at EA Play. It is a doozy of a structure, you guys. And there's shade, which is amazing. And I've got the lovely Elena here to talk to me all about it. How's it going today?
It's going amazing. Thank you so much for coming up into our not-so-little lounge.
Yeah, so what's the story behind this? You were telling me that when you guys originally envisioned Access Lounge, that it was something completely different.
Yeah, as you know, all of the planning from our team takes about a year. So about 9 months ago, we said, what do we want to do? And we were thinking maybe we have a tent in the corner for our Access members. We hand out some water. And then 9 months pass, and it's a 3-story structure with the rooftop deck.
I mean, certainly an upgrade from a water tent, that is for sure.
Yeah.
So who are the folks that are going to be able to come into the Access Lounge?
Well, we're not exclusive, so everyone is welcome to come up to the Access Lounge. We have some games set up that we're going to have from our library, the vault. We do have water. We also have power for your phone. But for our Access members, we have a special little gift for them. Spoiler, but it's a fanny pack full of awesome goodies.
So we can't have an outdoor festival without fanny packs. It's like festivals and fanny packs go together.
Yeah, sunscreen, a fan, everything you need, because it is going to be hot in LA this weekend.
Yeah, and for some reason I decided wearing black was going to be the right call.
Going with the dark colors, not the right thing, but that's okay.
So in addition to everything that's happening right here at the Access Lounge, you guys are doing this crazy streaming initiative. Yes. Let's talk about it.
Well, we have so many fans that can't come to LA. Not everyone obviously can make the trip. So we knew we wanted to do something online, and we decided to stream. And someone said, well, how many games do you have in the vault right now? And we were like, 100 or so? And they go, yeah, let's go ahead and stream it. So we are actually streaming 100 hours, 100 games with 100 streamers, from Baby Ariel to King Batch to Ali A to Juan Pa, streamers from all over the world, and we are going 24 hours. We started yesterday at 9 a.m. and we will be going through Tuesday.
Well, man, go big or go home, I guess. 100 hours. But it makes sense because EA is such an international company. We were just talking about that, when we were interviewing the fans downstairs. There's clearly going to be people awake in all these different time zones.
Yes, thankfully we had so many streamers that were like, give me the 3 a.m., give me the 5 a.m. So thank goodness. You can check that out on twitch.tv/EA and look for our hashtag UnlockPlay to find all of the amazing streams we have going on.
Awesome. Well, before I let you go, I got to know, of this 100 games, you got to have a fave, right?
I do. You know that my heart sits in Edmonton with the BioWare team, so Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition are two of my favorites in the vault. They're actually just my favorites. So I'm also excited to see everything that's going to go on with Anthem this week.
I swear I didn't pay her to say that, you guys. We just are both big BioWare fans. Well, Elena,
BioWare team.
thank you so much for hours, 100 streamers, you guys. It's going to be amazing. So right now, I'm going to head inside the Palladium to get ready for the press conference, which is going to start in just a few minutes. So I'm going to send it over to Jose, who I believe is in the Sims booth. Jose, what are you doing over there?
Oh, hello. Sometimes you have to stop and smell the roses. Here at the flower wall in the Sims booth. That's right, we are talking about The Sims. I've made my way to the Sims booth. And what do we have over here? A couple of game changers, Deli and James. How are you? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you guys. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what makes you so prolific in the world of The Sims.
I'm Deligracy, and I'm a YouTuber and streamer, and I make Sims videos mostly.
I'm James Senna.
Hey,
I run a
Chaos,
channel called
welcome to the
Simplify,
stream.
and I play The Sims, build houses. I
I'm
love
gonna
to
need
design
you
some
to
cool
sort of
things.
help out and make sure that everything
so
is
obviously,
going smoothly
new
today,
expansion
'cause
is
this
coming.
a pretty complicated
Seasons.
setup we've got going on.
I'm so excited.
Why are you excited about Seasons?
We haven't done
What's
anything
going to
like
get other
this yet
Sims fans excited
until
about the
now.
Seasons?
Because you have rain and snow, and it's just going to seem so much more real, so I'm pumped for the rain, I think, mostly.
I'm really excited.
So
for
if there's
winter
any
because
issues,
it
just let me
absolutely
know.
looks beautiful. Like I cannot
I'm
wait
gonna
to
be
see all
having
the different
some
worlds
friends
covered
come
snow.
in to
And when winter is coming,
sort of
you know
do
what
like
happens, right?
a group
It's
live
going down in the
reaction,
world of The
so we're all
Sims.
gonna be talking and
That's
stuff. It's gonna be
of
cool.
course. So tell me a little bit about the aspect of adding something like Seasons. I mean, what does that do to the overall world within The Sims? Because there's been tons of expansions for The Sims, but how is Seasons, do you think, going to change things?
Well, I mean, it's a life simulation game, so it simulates life, and having weather in the game just makes it feel so much more exciting and real, and you just get into the game so much more, so yeah.
I mean, one of the big aspects as well is adding in a lot of holidays now as well, and customizable holidays. So you theme them around the seasons itself. So you have the winter holidays and the summer ones. You have a lot of different parties that you can now throw, experience.
Can we add some overcast to today? Could you do that in The Sims to make it a little cloudier? Because it's hot as hell out here.
It is hot. I wish.
Seasons obviously not installed yet here at EA Play, but hopefully soon.
Well, funnily enough, it is on the computers here, so you can play it if you're at EA Play, but not the real life weather.
It's very true. And if you're not here and getting the chance to play it, they're streaming 100 hours of EA games, and that's going to be a part of it.
We're
so
just gonna be
people can
waiting
get a little
for
sneak peek
everyone
about
else
what
to
you
come
see in
by.
Seasons.
The show hasn't really started
Possibly
yet.
Seasons. I myself am streaming tomorrow with Lil Simsy, another big simmer, and Baby Ariel. And I don't know if we're going to play Seasons, but we'll be playing some Sims content, so it's going to be fun.
Trying to keep all the secrets for themselves. See, that's just how it is. If you could stream Seasons, you would, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
So what got you into The Sims? What is it about The Sims that keeps you coming back for each and every expansion?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing since the first Sims came out. I think James as well. My dad brought it home one day, and I would just play it every chance I could. It's just like a creative outlet, and it's so much fun.
And again, you know, like, what is it about that world of getting to create your own world and create your own atmosphere, now getting to create your own seasons and tweak that a little bit? How does that make you feel? Like, what keeps you coming back?
It's the creativity for me. Like, I've always, growing up, I love building with Legos and all that kind of stuff. So being able to create your own world and craft it, tell the stories with The Sims the way you want to, and now being able to control the weather and just adding that into all that makes it super exciting. It's just the freedom to be able to do what we want.
Yeah, it's a sandbox game, so you get sick of something, you knock it down, you start again, like it never ends.
So what's been your favorite expansion so far?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I asked the hard question.
Yeah, I think Cats and Dogs was pretty cool because you got to have pets and a new world, and that was a heap of fun. Probably Cats and Dogs or City Living, where you can live in like big apartment buildings and go to festivals. Yeah.
For me, it would be Get to Work so far, because able to run retail stores, so you can become an entrepreneur, sell.
So
whatever
the
you want
reason
from
why
catalog.
the
I
chat
always
kind
love
of
that aspect
does a little bit more buffering
make
is
my way in the
because
world.
He's like, I love playing games because, I like the job
is
part
because
of it.
basically I had
I
to
love
change
getting to work
encoder
with my
settings.
Sims-
What we're doing is
Sims to
actually
work.
pulling the stream
Lazy
from
Sims just lying
EA's
around. Well, now they get to
YouTube
lie
channel
around
and
and
kind of
hopefully
sticking
in
it
the
inside
sun, maybe a little
OBS.
rain,
So it's a
maybe
little
like
bit
lying
more
around in the
intensive.
snow.
So
Yeah.
there will be a
June
little bit
22nd.
more of a delay with the chat box, but the
You can
chat
make
box
snow
is going to
angels.
stay there.
See, that's what I'm in for.
This is a really complex setup
So
I
June
got today.
22nd, you're going to get your
So
chance to
hopefully
make
it works
Snow
out
Angels
well.
when the Sim Seasons expansion
I'm
hits
thinking
everywhere.
we'll do this
Thank you
for
guys so
every
much.
single
Thank
press
you.
conference that
And
shows
thank
up.
you. Hopefully you guys have a great EA play.
So if there's
And
any
now, let's
sound
take a look at
issues or
exactly
anything like
what I've been
that,
talking
just
about
let
with
me
this
know
trailer for the
because
Sim Seasons.
this is the first time we've done something like this. The Sims. What is it, like The Sims 5 or something? I've been actually played this series in a while. It's been kind of a long time. Yeah, the stream's looking pretty good to me also. I'm looking at it from the YouTube page this time, so... What is it like? Is this like an expansion for The Sims or something like that?
All that and more coming June 22nd to The Sims. But now, say you're interested in perhaps working in the games industry. That's what I do. I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I'd like to do more. I'd like to learn more. So that's why I found Shannon here to explain a little bit about how I could get a job in the games industry. First off, Shannon, how are you going to help me get a job in this industry that I love so much?
Absolutely. Gaming industry opens up such a variety of opportunities and careers within this industry, and that's what I love about it. It doesn't matter if you want to be a developer, if you want to be finance, analyst, we have all types of opportunities for you, and that's what we're here for. I'm a recruiting team, is to partner with you, help you identify what skill sets align with your passions and career.
Now, is that a tough gig to be a recruiter for the video games industry? Because it seems like, lots of people love video games. I assume a lot of people want to work in the games industry. How do you find and pick perfect spots for people?
I always tell people network with who you know in the industry and make sure you're engaging new people to learn from them as well. But for us, we actually just want to engage all talent. There's so many different types of skill sets and levels that we want to include into our industry. That's what makes it diverse, so we can have such great experiences for everybody.
And as a recruiter, how cool is it for you to get to come to something like EA Play and see all these people who are passionate about video games and you might even be hiring someday?
Oh, it's so exciting. The vibe here is great. I love knowing that we're surrounded by such creative people and passionate people about the industry. And it's just great to see that come into our culture and see what environments get pushed through all the other different teams.
Now, you can be a recruiter for tons of things. There's tons of jobs out there. What is it about the games industry that is the perfect place to be recruiting for? Because as I said earlier, there's so many passionate people, but how different is it working within the games industry than it is with some of the other industries?
It's such a fun environment to be in. That's the great thing. With all the different creative people that you're surrounded by, you can learn from every day. There's new technologies going on in the game industry. It's just an exciting environment, and that allows you to be an individual. We really embrace that within the culture.
And what got you into this industry? Again, tons of industries out there, but what is it about games that brought you into that world?
I'm passionate about gaming. I love to game, and for me to be able to merge recruiting with gaming is a dream come true for me. So I encourage that to anybody. If you love gaming, get out there, go to EA Careers, check it out, see what we have for you to potentially just be involved with. Like I said, we have everything from recruiting, HR, finance, artists, designers, programmers. We love every type of skill set.
So that's all we have to do is go to EA.com/careers?
EA.com/careers. Check out our world, check out our locations across the globe.
Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a great time.
I'm going to have an awesome time, and that's just one job that you can get in the games industry, but perhaps playing video games is the job you want. That's right, playing the games. How about playing the games way before they even come out? EA has playtesting available for you. That's right, you can be a gameplay tester. That means playing games months, sometimes years before they come out, and having the opportunity to help develop that game and make sure that it's the perfect game and the game you want it to be. Maybe you live in the United States, Canada, Sweden, Australia, London. EA has studios in all those locations that make it super easy for you to go to. So if you just go to EA.com/playtesting, you can find the perfect career path for you in testing video games. It sounds so amazing.
Yeah, I gotta
You
do
live in
that.
those areas? There's something in there for you too. Why? Because you can possibly test games from the comfort
So does
of
the
your
audio
own
for the stream
home.
itself sound okay? Just let me know,
You don't need
because
to leave the
I'm messing
bed.
around with those settings a little bit more.
Hanging out in your jams, testing video
I'm trying to make sure that
games,
doesn't
getting
wash
your
out the
feedback,
our
and
voices or
helping
anything
how
like that.
these video games are made. So once again, EA.com/playtesting. Go there, find out all the information. You'll make a couple clicks here and there, and you too can be playtesting video games way before they come out and telling me what's coming
Hey
out.
guys,
So
can
I
you
know
hear
all the
me?
secrets. Because who doesn't want to do that? I want to do that. So that's again playtesting.
Hello?
Check it out. And now we're gonna
Hey,
go ahead
I
inside
can hear
and
you.
see what Andrea's doing. I think she's busy. She looks a little too busy for me. But look at all those people. Those people in there sitting down, hanging out, getting ready for the show. EA Play is only a few minutes away.
So, Zach, do you just want me
And
to
that is what's happening inside
kind
the
of talk
Palladium.
along with it as it goes
But I want
on?
to learn a little bit more about the Palladium itself, and that's why I found my man Dylan right here. Dylan,
How you doing?
how you doing, brother?
All right.
Tell me about the Palladium. What is it about this venue that makes it so special and keeps EA coming back for each EA Play?
So the Palladium opened in 1940. The opening night.
Alright, I'm gonna try to mess around with the settings real quick. Ben, I can't hear you in the stream right now or on my mic.
Opening. So since then, about everyone's played here. Rolling
it's on
Stones,
delay.
Nirvana, Prince, Elton John, lately Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, Dave Chappelle.
If you guys can hear Ben, let me know, because he's trying to call in right now.
And then last year,
For some
EA
reason,
came
it's
in
not
for the
working.
first time, transformed the parking lot, the venue, blew it up even more this year. And so now we have this festival.
Alright,
here.
try calling
Games,
again.
Music, it's a great time.
And so, what is it about EA Play that excites you the most?
I just like the transformation of the venue. We take over the whole block, close down streets. There's thousands of people that come through.
I called back in
They
now.
have A-list talent that come and play concerts at night. It's a really good time.
Well, thank you so much, Dylan.
So weird, I
appreciate
can't hear
it.
anything.
That's a little bit about the Palladium, and now let's head inside and check out the show. Fun Zone. She told me to rap. I was rapping. We're still going. We're not rapping. We're still. I was lied to. Welcome to the Family Fun Zone, my friends. This is where you can get all your real racing action on. It may be a mobile game, but say perhaps you'd like to play a game in a race chair with a steering wheel. There are 4 stations. Look at this guy's jumping the stage. He's like, I'm ready.
So weird, why can't I hear you?
No pressure, but the camera's
I can hear
on.
you talking.
There's a ball pit over here. There's food over here. We're going inside. Let's head inside and check out the show.
Alright, just hold on a sec. As long as it's working alright, just you can give your thoughts. I'm gonna try to find a way for me to hear it.
Well, we can just talk now because it's going to be a lot of sports, Anthem, and Sims.
So that was Anthem.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys.
Alright, Ben, I'm gonna hang up real quick and just try calling again in like 1 minute, okay? I'm gonna try to have it open up on the other screen.
There is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals of... Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up.
Alright, Umber Witcher, try calling one more time. Maybe it'll work this time. Because I actually can't hear you for some reason.
Any World Cup fans? You guys excited? Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're testing on EA. This would have been bad if we had done it on the real deal.
You guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
Hear me?
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, there's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works.
Alright, so I'm just gonna mess around a little bit. As long as the stream's working alright, we can keep it going.
This is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
Okay, the one on your screen right now is a bit delayed to do from I have it on my TV just so I can keep up track with it. On Battlefield guys running through water right now.
You will now be able to move these weapons around the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned distraction system is back and more...
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit delayed because it just is. It's going to be like that.
It's probably delayed by a good minute or more.
As they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks. As part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5.
I used to like Battlefield
more
before I
new
got
gameplay systems here at EA Play.
all the people felt kind of inconsequential after that. Preferred Overwatch or Rocket League smaller stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look.
Creature, can you hear us? Is it lined up?
Alright, can you try talking now? I think I might be able to hear you.
Briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War.
Yeah,
no loot
can
boxes,
hear your background sack too.
No premium pass. Every day will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale.
Another battle royale.
It's Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
Play battle
So with
royale
that,
anywhere else other than
it's
every
time
other
to
new
show
game
you
coming
what
out.
makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Can you hear me at all, Creature, or is it way overpowering the background sound?
So the stream's a bit louder than Ben, it looks like.
I got tore up by that propeller.
Alright, the stream's a bit louder. I just need to pull the volume down a little more. Alright, let me know how the volume is now.
Testing, Creature, testing. Boy, the Xbox review is getting more. Can't wait.
So what is this, like a battle royale expansion to Battlefield 5?
Yeah, Battle Royale, now they're showing single player, but now we've got on the soccer. Stu, if you're watching, this is for you.
Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo. Tu és um campeão.
Ben, try talking to me now.
Okay, testing. I'll post in chat, I am talking though.
Yep, the sound of the...
FIFA 19. Champions rise, consumers fall. I don't know anything about soccer, guys, except for Harry Kane. Like dumb on it. I don't win. I mean, some soccer legend or somebody's coming up to introduce this. Trophy. Sounds good, Creature. Thanks for the updates. Gotta get it sorted out before a real conference.
The pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs
And that cup is almost as big as the lady.
the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game.
I always wonder when I watch EA's conference that they realize who they're talking to. I realize E3 is bigger than just the people in the audience, but I think the majority of people watching are actually, you know, gaming fans, not just casual fans or business people.
Across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League.
Sounds like Alex Hunter is good.
And in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
Ben, I think I found out like a solution. I think you should just watch EA's live stream, not on my channel, but on EA's official channel. That way your reactions will be in sync with the actual conference.
And we know how
Yeah.
passionate you are about gameplay, so we
Try to
work
find
hard
another
to shape
solution.
and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now
but,
is that the quality bar in gameplay was
his
raised
is probably-
yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game
Probably a
in
minute,
the hands-on
maybe 30.
sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Apologies to any England fans in the room that might still.
All right, do you hear me now?
I can hear
And
you.
Lena isn't the only one who's
All right,
excited.
good.
FIFA 18
You can
players
hear me?
are loving
Yeah.
the World Cup experience
Okay.
so far.
I'm watching
But we
the
don't want to
feed.
stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So
I'm
pleased
trying to
announce
keep up with. I mean, it's
for a
like
limited
right now
time,
it's just FIFA.
FIFA 18 complete
I don't know.
with the
Ask
entire
Future
World Cup
if he's
experience is
hearing me in
available for a free
sync. Like
trial
right now,
on
it's showing the free
PlayStation
trial.
4
Play it.
and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game.
Quick question: is there like a double of my voice?
No, I can only hear you once.
Okay.
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of
I have your chat on mute, so I can't hear us on the screen.
representing
All right.
The background noise sounds good too now.
And this summer,
All right,
we'll
sounds
have
good.
so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19.
Can't even root for anybody in the World Cup. The states are out. I'm gonna root for some random team.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Auf la vista!
Have you ever played any soccer games, Zach? I didn't think it would be for you, but I don't know.
My brother's really into it. He buys all of them every year.
We faked out the guys, doing everyone. Stu downloaded FIFA while he was here and tried to make it think like I was the one who was playing it. My sister's a huge fan.
Good morning. EA Sports, FIFA
Yeah,
19
he is from England. So.
arrests. 20 million
I
people.
feel like it's pretty big amongst other athletes. Like I know the Badgers used to all play FIFA, they had tournaments and stuff. I mean, outside of soccer players compared to like Madden and NBA and such.
We can't wait for you to
experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5
Actually, if you have a little delay, it might be okay, Zach, because like the feed I'm watching on my screen is a bit ahead of yours. So if I say something on the screen, and then it might come up, you know, in time with the one that's streaming on yours.
Yeah, that's because of the settings. Basically, I had to set either like a really good delay or just to make it so that there's like real-time sort of comments. I think we'll edit it up a little bit tomorrow, but it seems okay to me. There's like it's like a 5-second delay, right?
No,
Something like
that. I'm counting it right now.
For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others,
It's
going to mean
it's
new
way
games
behind.
and new modalities of play across
Oh, wow.
At least 30 seconds.
But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week, we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full...
Yeah, you're probably over a minute behind on
of what we hope to
into
bring
the
you
part
in
right
the
now where we're
future.
starting to count. Now it's probably about a
The
minute and a
second
half.
part
on
of
my
that,
best.
of course, is subscription. And we started
Damn.
subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great...
I'm pulling from GameSpot's feed.
Today, we're announcing Origin
Oh, another
Access
pass.
Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about
Alright,
it.
I'll try to work on it.
Yeah, we got time, like I said, that's why we're doing this one.
Starting with Madden NFL. Back
We got
in
Madden, so you're not
first
missing
time in
anything.
over a decade.
I like Madden more than FIFA.
Then FIFA 19, Battlefield...
Yeah.
Looks like they're doing a pass similar to where you can buy the pass and play the different games. They show Madden, FIFA, Battlefield.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing.
Is Limbo's an EA published game?
It is. It's an indie, but EA published it way back
Did
when.
they publish Inside too?
Thank you and have a great show.
Not sure.
I think the major thing, Zach, is if you can get the on your feed to line up with this feed. Oh yeah, there was Inside. Mixed it in with Adam and stuff.
I'm just gonna mess around with the settings real quick. I'm actually using 2 different Skype accounts right now. That's how I'm doing this. That's how I'm hearing you essentially. I have 2 computers with me.
Okay.
Sick.
I'll just keep talking like normal to see how it make sure it goes through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Hey everybody!
Everything sounds
What's
good
up? So
except for
I'm
the
here
chat delay.
sitting inside the crowd
All
of
right.
EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
Wait a sec.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC.
Isn't Respawn
right?
Titanfall?
Yeah.
So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet.
Respawn's making a Star Wars game.
Hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
I like Star Wars, but I wouldn't mind another adventure type game like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Played it on, I think, 360 from Xbox, and it ran like absolute shit because backwards compatibility wasn't great back then, but still loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played a little Rogue Squadron 2 back on GameCube. About it for Star Wars.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know, like, where in the timeline, like, between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right.
The guy in the back is just staring at the camera.
Got any other tidbits?
Zoned in.
Wow.
Like a little smirk.
Yeah, I see that.
Bad time. Does that mean it's going to just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think
At
people
least they don't
are
have any
asking,
celebrities
wanna
yet
know, like,
so
when-
far.
When can we play the game?
I don't know if they're having anybody test out Battlefield, but Zac Efron or something.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
No.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more
Little
news
clip
on
or no?
Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Oh, Battlefront 2 stuff.
there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars. It's only no Battlefront without you. So thank you, may the Force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
Hi, it's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2. It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend, but there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure. This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage. He's a producer at Coldwood. And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
So this wasn't prepared.
There we are. So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were like fun and exciting. And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters, because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this point.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm going to be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue. A little celebratory flip there. And the bird is back. Oops. Okay, playing it safely now.
Oops.
I'll swing.
All right.
Nice. And I'll catch you. There you go.
Can I swing now?
Okay, you go ahead. So here it goes.
Oh.
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can do it. Got it? Oh, very nice. No. Oh, faster. Oh,
well done.
Sweet, well done. Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse. You can.
I'll sneak up here.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, look at me. There you go.
Keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
All right. Now
I'll
pull you up.
you.
There you go.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah, finally.
Or can we? So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2. Yeah, I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort on so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out. So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did. Anyhow, in March, that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Jomai Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Jomai Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited. Thank you. We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game.
They're giving more time to the short too. Whoa.
Jeez.
Is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS.
They're giving more time to EA Originals than usual. Usually it's one game. Now I can hear myself, Zach, on yours.
Yes, same.
I can hear you echoing too.
All remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how like the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the pen and onto the paper. I think this is always quite unique.
Holy shit.
Hearing some reverberations now or something.
It's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different events.
Is there a way to do it right through YouTube?
Just give me a sec.
So that players who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real? This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run. A new day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble for you.
Yeah, I'm the one. But I'm not the only one. We are the one. We can shut you down, and we can put you on an island. Crossover. Gather. Gang. We're balling. Be ready. Because we're coming at you with the squad. Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the answer. As long as you hold your course. Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you're on my court.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
I think they're showing Madden League now. Esports. I feel like stuff like Madden relies too much on luck versus fighting games or other games that are esports, like with fumbles and penalties and such, injuries. Oh, here we got a celebrity.
As you guys know, this is Young Kiv, Madden 18.
Showing the Dragon Ball touchdown
Give it up,
celebration
Young
this
Kiv,
guy
y'all.
did.
Give it up. Young Kiv, how has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm, so then I picked up Madden. And at first, I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is
skip
to
my
hurt your arm.
graduation.
Well,
Boring.
That's #1. #2, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to a tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the
Crowd is not digging
the
this.
past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses.
I don't understand why guys wear
Toughness,
pants with
and that's why I
holes in
got
them.
this
I
belt.
feel like that's like a teenage girl type thing.
That belt is so
Or
great.
whatever that guy's wearing,
Late
polka dot
for that
pants.
belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, you know, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go
Lit.
out. I'm going to try to take this belt, you know, round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
Game engine thing is great. Not actual gameplay.
To get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. And failure. All just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born. You fall.
If you're testing on the YouTube stream, Zach, we can even try it from pull from a different live video and see and keep testing on that.
See that it was really
Like after this ends, if it's still not working.
but about all the moments that got you here.
Madden is Madden. I've bought this game like once a generation. And it's the same thing every single time.
So, you were in their position.
Baker.
Would you let the moment define you? Or will you define the
Is
moment?
Baker gonna be a cover boy? Oh, that's it, man.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Oh my God, they're showing a live Madden match.
Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base
What the hell is
this
this?
giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar
This is like a mobile game.
fires the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Who?
Yes. His opponent, fighting for
Zach, if you're channeling for girls, you gotta be on one of these EA shows.
phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night. Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready?
Oh, yeah, it is a mobile game.
This thing
Yeah,
going?
it gives a shit.
I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in.
Stu, I did talk about Kane.
Off as the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to reach
Oh, this looks intense.
in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going from the top side, also very important as Nick and Knight's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep, Nick and Knight with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger and more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help
There it
flank
is. Putting
those
some
flamethrowers.
flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now.
Oh,
Both
there it is.
two zones in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins to secure the northwest spot. Another tank's going to come out from Nick at Night to take it out, but now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
I feel like this is the most exciting you can make this look.
Fires! Wow! And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heavy artillery force is doing a great job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
And we can see as more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those, as your economy allows you to get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control, just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so far.
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings out the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones in control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In control, trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this little watch out for this missile.
And Nick and
there
Knight's
it
gonna
goes.
fire that one off and settle for next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick and Knight's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of
There
In
he
Control.
is. Yep. Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit
Wow.
to deal with those.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and In Control just needs to hold
This
them
missile is
longer.
nearly going to fire.
It can be
That's
stolen
80%.
at any point.
Where's it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it, Max.
There it is!
He's gonna take it, defeating Nick and
That
Knight
was
here
legit.
2-1.
Dude, that was epic.
Amazing. What a match. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was
Thank you
awesome.
so
We saw a
much.
little bit of everything right there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick and Knight, and In Control. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals. Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving players complete, continuous control of their armies in quick, competitive head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Command & Conquer for a new generation. Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives.
These games by EA are going to truly enhance our lives.
The things that we're trying to do, know
Most creative teams out there who just keep releasing the same games over and over. And like Battlefield and Battlefront are, are essentially the same thing, just with different licenses.
There's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come
Oh,
together to do amazing
right. Nobody's
things is
watching
profound.
anymore.
Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force
I can
for
hear you.
social
I don't know about them.
Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game
You can hear it now?
challenges in our games, logging millions
Is
of
it going
hours
through like
in support
without
of
delay
Play to
even?
Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision.
I think the next one's not till 10 a.m. tomorrow.
A world where representation
That's my time.
and equality
Microsoft.
are not something we strive for.
Tomorrow is Microsoft
they
and
are standards.
Bethesda. I'll tell you
And
exactly
where
what
bullying
time's
and
there.
exclusion are not an everyday threat. These 3 organizations, the United Nations
This guy's just blabbing about some charities and stuff.
National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label.
This guy is always the most boring guy on this show. It's like I don't know why they put him on here. Like, get somebody who's an entertainer. Yeah.
And thank you for your
Actually, Microsoft's at 2 p.m. my time, 4 your time, and then Bethesda's at 7:30 my time, 9:30 your time.
Okay.
And then Monday we got 3 of them, and Tuesday 1.
Tuesday's Nintendo, right?
Yeah, Monday is Square, UB, and Sony.
Let's take a look at Anthem.
The gods vanished.
Here's Anthem. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if they changed direction in all of this because Destiny 2 just dropped off the face of the earth.
Destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
Just homecoming. These walls.
These walls. I don't like these Space Marine type games because they all look like they're just the same guy. There's no distinguishing or anything. It's just kind of
Yeah, pretty much.
like even I started XCOM 2 the other day and I couldn't get into it. It's just like there's no personality, no character. It just feels lifeless.
Yeah.
That's what Anthem feels to me. I don't know if they're going to show more gameplay. I think they're just going to do a trailer. Because if you got no story, if you got no character, if you got no atmosphere, I mean, you guys show at least some gameplay to show it's fun to play.
Yep.
And BioWare's reputation has kind of dropped the last few years as well.
Pretty much after Fallout, not Fallout, Mass Effect, Andromeda.
Yeah. It seemed like they had some internal issues too afterwards with people coming speaking out on the whole process of making that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game's a mess.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I did. It was really cheap, right? So I just picked it up. It's like, it's not worth it.
I played the original trilogy. 2 was easily my favorite. That whole suicide mission ending, and I like 3 too. I didn't. The ending didn't bother me as much as probably the more hardcore fans, but after that, Andromeda, it looked like more of the same thing.
Right.
Except worse.
So we're gonna do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're gonna take a
They're taking a deep dive, so they're going to show some gameplay.
bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Roussard. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right? Yep. It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
This guy probably left for Andromeda. He's like, I'm not working on that garbage.
First of all, it's amazing
Yeah.
to be back. It's awesome to be making
General
games for
manager.
BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans, so it's been super satisfying to come back to it, and you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy.
I wonder if it had a different vision previously, and then they kind of made it towards like Destiny once that became popular, and now Destiny 2 is fallen. So I don't know if they changed direction again since it got moved to 2019 or what. Because I want to know if it's PvP or if it's mostly PvE.
Every time we came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on the side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make the story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices.
I do agree with that. I think characters are the most important thing over plot or anything else.
Those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer.
Because if they suck, you're not going to get into the plot. No matter how good it is, you need somebody to care about.
Yeah, of course. So, Anthem, how recently did this get announced?
I think it was 2 E3s ago already. It might have been last, but I think it's been around. I think this is 33.
So it's been in development for a while.
Well, that guy left, and then he was working on it, and then came back, and he was working on it again.
Weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about
What is with that thing flashing in the background?
Yeah, it's like a strobe.
Okay, here he
light.
goes. Yeah, he's having a stroke.
Alright, so here's the gameplay. So you got like a jetpack, like an Iron Man suit.
My rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action.
Whoa, what the? My thing just cut out.
Your thing?
By doing it this way,
Yeah.
we're able to combine
Oh, here we go. Now it's back on.
an agency of a single-player story with the fun of teaming up.
Not your stream. I have it on the TV so I can watch it live.
Okay.
An ad story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when from our community.
I think if they do the jetpack or something, because traversal is really important in these type of games. Because if you're moving slowly or not having fun while you're going in a big open world game, it's a huge issue.
Yeah.
Story for years to come, and it could be anything.
Like with Zelda, I felt like even when they added like at the beginning, you're moving slow, and as you get horses, as you get better abilities, better clothes to move faster, climb faster. And then you get that motorcycle. It just kind of opens up and does a good job pacing. But a lot of times, I feel like I'm just running across empty nothingness forever.
That's why, I like fast travel a lot inside some of these games. I feel like it's a question of game design,
What's really exciting for
Well, I'm hoping too, because a lot of times they make the world so pretty, but there's nothing like in Horizon. It looked beautiful, but you never even paid attention to it because half the time you're just running to your next little marker on the map marker.
Right.
I like a game to actually make you like this guy. Let's say he swerves off to the left here and lands. Like there's something to do there, like in Zelda or even God of War, honestly.
Yeah.
In Horizon, it's just like everything in the background is beautiful but static. Like it doesn't matter. If there's not an enemy, it doesn't matter.
Means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how
There's actually a good article on Edge that kind of dealt with that recently, where they were talking about how a lot of resources were being put towards trying to hit that 4K for the new systems, or what's considered 4K. But like they had a Far Cry comparison with the Far Cry 5 and 2, and 2 had way more dynamic systems than 5, even though 5 looked prettier. And I think people are missing out on the experience of the actual depth rather than just looking at the visuals.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the biggest problem I have with the new Elder Scrolls games, because they look better, but the mechanics and everything are just like more shallow,
Yeah, the number one thing for me in games, period, is player agency. Like, that's why, you love Hitman, I love Hitman. There's so much to do in there. You can do it many different ways. And I wish more games would adapt that formula where they have smaller worlds. Like, Hitman is just a little portion, but there's so much to do in there and so much to do with it versus a world where you're just running to go, free another bandit camp or some prisoners or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's an experience that's meant to feel alive. Like
I'm kind of curious to see why they're showing early concept art. They keep showing the same few images, and this game's coming out in less than a year. I feel like they should be showing something other than early concept art.
Yeah.
To write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for
They just keep showing the same slides over and over again, the same gameplay clips.
They did that with a few of them. Like their earlier games too, they kept showing the same couple scenes and then restarted the loop. Like, you got to have more here available. How much is there really spoiling if it's a shared world experience? Probably the meat of the game is playing with other people and having that shared experience. So it's not like a spoiler-heavy thing that they have to worry about.
Yeah.
In games like Detroit or whatever had longer trailers than this.
But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of creation, and so we need to.
That first suit, I know the game I told you to play called Valley on PS4. That first suit actually looks exactly like the Leaf suit from Valley, which is that first one there with the boots and stuff. And it's all about movement, like where you're flying around and running fast, and even running across water.
And then there's the
So if it had the same kind of movement as that game, that'd be kind of cool.
And finally, the storm.
I don't know if everybody's just a jetpack guy.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood.
That is cool. You're not locked to one suit at least.
Or the javelins that your friends are using.
So it's like a co-op sort of thing.
They're basically saying like you're not picking like a class. Like if you pick the red guy there, you're not only playing the red guy. You can switch to the other suits, and then so you're having a little different experience instead of just getting stuck with one class.
Do a lot of different things. Really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I'm just going to say the storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out
I wonder how handpicked these questions are going to be.
The first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of
Not a bad question.
will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their
As you can get camouflage.
gear and
I'm curious to see if this gear is going to be.
the way that it looks.
Oh, there was a Mass Effect
Yeah, I saw
outfit.
that right there.
Geometry of the suit itself.
I'm curious if this is going to be microtransactions or paying for crates or anything.
It looks like it.
Period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because
Actually, how convenient that goes right into our next question. There it is. Nope. Then there's not going to be any if they're bringing it up.
Yeah, of course.
Cosmetics.
Yeah, so we are going to have.
Oh my God, they are.
Wait, so they asked that question and then they actually confirmed that they are going to have microtransactions.
So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means no ability to spend
So
money
it's basically saying it's cosmetics, kind of like Overwatch.
But even more important than that,
Still though, you can customize your character as long as you pay for it.
Yep.
So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time.
At least they were upfront about it.
New experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest.
Pink Javelin, $10.
You talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem's going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat, and then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above, and then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that.
But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming.
I want to see more gameplay of the people working together.
It's interesting because at the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the
I
story,
wonder if this is going to be like Monster Hunter, where the single player is kind of just something to go through, and then the multiplayer is where you actually want to do anything. Because like when I play Monster Hunter, I just whip through the single player, basically to get that done with and feel like it's complete, and then I can actually focus on the real game.
I don't think Anthem's gonna have a very good single player, to be honest. It doesn't look like that's what they're
I guess too.
yeah, focusing on.
A little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little
Yeah.
gameplay?
Everybody fell asleep already after that Command and Conquer 10-minute demo.
Pretty much, yeah.
I will. So,
Hey, this actually works out really well. This is the first one, so you can test it since nobody cares.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
then, because Microsoft's next, that's one of the biggest ones.
So you start
Microsoft
with
and
the
Sony.
Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations.
Actually, then Ubisoft and Square Enix has also got their conferences.
Yeah, Bethesda's tonight too. I mean, sorry, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, what time?
I think it's. Oh, I actually have it up still.
Okay.
It is.
All right. Well,
7:30 my time, 9:30 your time.
Kathleen for talking
Yeah, I should be able to make that. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it'll
I can make. I'm not gonna do the PC show. I never watched that because it's boring
It's
as
horrible.
hell.
Yeah, it's like the worst thing.
I can make the rest of them though. Looking at the schedule here.
Yeah, like I said, the only one that might give me an issue is the one I'm most looking forward to, the Sony one, because I have to go to my sister's graduation. I might miss that one, but I'll make the others. I'm looking forward to Square Enix's because they're going to show Dragon Quest XI, and I'm really excited for that.
I am too. I wish the 3DS version was coming here because that looks really sweet. We can like switch between art styles and stuff. I would almost pick that over the PS4 or Switch, and Switch is delayed, so I'll be getting PS4.
I'm really surprised that they canceled the 3DS version here because like the translation was simpler and it was the same game basically. But yeah, you know it's coming on PC. It's coming on PC also, which is really surprising. Actually, it's the first time any game in the series has come to PC.
What's the plan here?
Yeah, I think with 3DS too, like you think it's kind of it's dying in the last legs, but there's been a ton of JRPGs coming out lately for like the Alliance Alive and stuff. So I am surprised because I feel like it would sell plenty well, but
Yeah, the 3DS and the Vita, they both got games coming out like every year, like every month. There's like, you know, did you hear about how the Vita is like they're going to be ending game production for it soon, like next year?
Yeah.
So basically, all these companies are racing to make the last Vita game, sort of, you know, to like immortalize themselves, kind of. I've been keeping up with that a lot.
maybe they'll all be making games and they'll breathe new life into it and they'll keep going.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but you never know.
Yeah.
That looks like the guy from God of War. He like covers himself up and then shoots out a beam from his chest. Can't think of what the name was, but the Soul Eater.
Soul Eater. I haven't played the new God of War yet.
exactly
I'm still waiting to buy it.
It's actually better than I thought it'd be. I was worried with the change, but
I heard it. It's supposed to be like a really, really great. I heard.
the shield guy actually looks the coolest so far. The ones I've seen.
Yeah, this actually does look kind of cool. It's like an Iron Man game, right? It's like you can fly around and shoot stuff.
There's a Shaper relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you?
It just doesn't. I don't know. It just feels like a very stale aesthetic. I don't like it. It's got a little greenery at least, but it's just kind of.
Be careful.
What I think is it's
Like-
not going to be a very deep open world game. It's going to be just like a multiplayer like thing, like Destiny kind of. That's what they're going for.
Well, it looks like a few Space Marines. I do kind of like how it looks with some of these abilities are shown off. Like I said, the shield guy especially, and this heavy duty guy in general looks the coolest that
Yeah.
I've seen.
And I'm glad it's like a third-person shooter, not like an FPS again.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see what it does new. Like I want to see what it does that no other game has done.
Mm-hmm.
Got silence. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gum leading down. Follow it. We should find the source.
Let's just jump the hill down there.
The resolution just dropped a little bit. Let's see what's going on with that. 480, yeah, no thanks, buddy.
Here's a boss fight. Let's see how this works.
All right.
I'm curious because I want to see how they cut it off. I want to see like how the team like in a fight. You know, this is easier to see because in the regular world there's so many enemies. In here, I want to see like all 4 guys working together to fight one guy and see what it's like.
Yeah, they just skipped over it.
Is it just shooting at him, or is there any kind of teamwork beyond that?
It's buffering. Is it like buffering on your end? I'll bring it down to 720.
Let me check. Yeah, yours is it's just loading. It shows.
When do we get to play?
It's back on now.
Yeah.
February 22nd, 2019, on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets.
That's the same day as Days Gone. 2 games that I'm really iffy on.
Days Gone. I don't know about that. It's kind of like riding off the coattails of The Last of Us. I'm thinking it's like another zombie game. You know, I'm kind of bored of that stuff.
I also want to give a big thank you to
You know, I read an article on it recently. I think Game Informer or somebody had on the cover, and they open it with talking about how the new stuff, how different it's going to be, and then I read the article, and it kind of felt like they were really stretching to make any kind of unique ideas. It felt like the same kind of thing that everybody else did, just adjusted a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go out and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it.
Why would you ask that? Zero reaction.
You guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament.
Oh my God, Zach, are we going to be talking about the FIFA 18 live tournament? Are we going to be streaming this and discussing it and commenting on it?
And have a great weekend.
Oh, I think it's over. Oh, overall, the 2 original titles look pretty
Got
good.
a big montage at the end now.
Yeah, the 2 original titles looked awesome, like that one, Sea of Solitude and Yarny, and then the rest is just kind of what you'd expect.
Yeah, Unravel I think is probably the one game that I'm most interested out of these, because, I don't know. EA never really has the best conference, let's be honest here. It's always kind of boring.
Yeah, I look forward to the original content, but usually they only show 1 original game. This year, at least we got 2, and I'm glad they showed Sea of Solitude just because, Unravel's a sequel.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's having audio issues too.
Now, I know the FIFA 19 was exciting. We saw
He's
that
cut
the
off.
Champions League is coming to FIFA for the first time ever, but the World Cup is 5 days away. So what we decided to do.
All right, Zach, that looks like the end of it. So I'll be calling in for Microsoft and Bethesda tomorrow, and hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Yeah, we managed to get things working at the end, so I'm glad it worked out in the end. It was a good test run. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it. It was, like I said, I don't think the EA conference is really for your people who watch your channel. I don't think anybody's caring about EA.
They do not care.
So I think, Bethesda could be good, and Square Enix obviously, and yeah, hopefully you can make Sony because I think that I don't know if they're gonna have a ton of surprises, but I'm hoping to see more gameplay.
That's my most anticipated one. Sony, they're always my favorite,
Mine's probably Nintendo just because I want to see if they show Metroid Prime, and I'm really curious. I think Super Smash is a new game, but I still need confirmation of that. Like I want to see if it's different or if it's just a 1.5 type thing.
All right, so anyone sitting at home, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to tune in tomorrow for Bethesda and what else? Microsoft, right?
Microsoft,
So we're gonna
yeah.
be covering both of those, doing a live stream, and